my time, which is the hour, everybody else's time. I don't...
So next 25 minutes.
Yeah, next 25 minutes. Anything you guys want to ask or discuss in advance, please, let's go ahead. Just to give Elmore a bit more time in case something's come up. I don't know, man. I'm trying to throw out the benefit of the doubt.
I tried to get as good of an idea of the world as I could.
Oh yeah.
But I mostly read about the areas around. What was it? Is it called Darcisu?
Dakesu.
Darkesu.
It's a hard C on that one.
Gotcha.
Which I hope someone has managed to recognize the anagram immediately.
For which?
Dakesu. Dakesu is a straight up anagram, and if you know anything about the culture, it's not hard to figure out.
I did not.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at that kind of stuff, so.
It's Crusade.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's what I thought, yeah.
Yep. Right on the nose.
I guess I have it won't come up until later, but with automatic bonus progression, I was double checking something. Can we just say my weapon attunement is an amulet of
Amulet of Mighty
whatever the
Fist,
hell it's
yeah.
called? Yeah, okay.
We do not go with the body wraps of Mighty Strikes, because that shit burns my soul.
Wait, what are we doing now?
Oh no, this is something separate.
Oh,
Don't worry
gotcha.
about it for yourself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is because natural attacks work
Technically
weirdly.
speaking, yeah, they're weird. Because
Okay.
you, with the automatic bonus progression, you get your bonus with your gun. I attack with claws, and not a weapon that I can. it's
I'm fairly
weird.
confident they count as a weapon for that, though.
Yeah, they do. It's
It
just
doesn't say it does, but what? It's
it's supposed to like that.
extra rule set anyway. So.
Exactly. Like there is an argument to be made that it goes to one type of natural weapon, so it would only apply to claws or only apply to bite. But look, I don't feel like randomly crippling people for the sake of it. It's not that big of a deal.
You don't?
No, shockingly. Now I want you to believe in this. I want you guys to enjoy this campaign, despite the shit that I will throw at you and everything else that's involved.
Yeah.
Look, losing is fun sometimes.
Sometimes, yeah. I can assure you, this dungeon looks very sadistic. You start off in a terrible prison. Enjoy yourselves. It's
All
terrible.
the corners occupied at the start.
Sorry?
Asking for a friend.
Oh, okay. Actually, no. The corners are not default occupied. Now, this is the even more important question. Who in the party has dark vision?
I do.
Me. Oh no.
Let me double check the racial sheet. I'm fairly confident I don't, because humans.
Yeah, if you're human, you don't even have low light vision.
But I'm this special kind of human. No,
Well, yeah, no.
probably still don't.
I don't believe they do. No. Oh,
Should I have gone for the Halo instead?
Oh, I mean, you'll be fine. Something that is easily identifiable about the way you guys are, you have noticed this basically as soon as you came in here, is that the hobgoblins don't illuminate this place at all. Hobgoblins, by their nature, have dark vision, and so instead they choose for their prisoners to stumble around in the miserable darkness. Having dark vision yourself is quite helpful.
Yeah.
Everything looks gold to me.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, I have to change that. This will be interesting for you. That's gonna look weird. But don't worry, someone in the party has dark vision, therefore everyone can lean on their shoulder.
Also, I can light my sword on fire sometimes, so...
That does provide a small amount of light, yeah.
Oh, I can cast light. I forgot. I have,
Oh!
I have spells. I have spells from War Priest.
That might help.
The other obvious / it's a thing kind of situation is that the hobgoblins will instantly notice anyone using light to get around. That's just a chain of logic kind of thing. Alrighty. Everyone should have default tokens, and now I'm going to quickly look this up.
Y'all hear me?
Yep, can hear.
Okay. My computer Discord did this thing that it does sometimes, so I just went on my phone.
Oh, okay. Maybe that'll be more consistent?
Hopefully. For some reason, whenever I'm so I use the in-browser for this, because I have another account I use with my friends.
Ah,
And then, when I'm in browser, it sometimes just gets caught in a loop of not being able to connect to things.
very fair. I can also understand the feeling of not wanting to log out and log back in every time.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
So how do we know each other yet?
That is
Or
a
are we
good
just
question.
common
That's
prisoner?
that's what we're welcome to establish here. Everybody here has just arrived, but if anyone wants to have joint backstories, you're welcome to.
I am from the northern icy tribal tundra area.
Prunai.
Yeah.
For what it's worth, for the sake of morality, your experience probably wouldn't go down too well in lawful good paladin land. Just putting it out there.
Well, I'm vengeful, lawful good paladin.
Yeah, but that's what most of them are there. The dominant religion in Darkesser is indeed the infallible justice, which, when you start off with a great title like that, you know nothing can go wrong. But if you guys want to if anyone wants to have joint history, please go ahead. Keep things interesting.
No, I don't think my character has met any of these people.
Yeah.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Pretty disparate group here.
Hey, that's the exact way it needs to be. Alrighty. Anything else anyone wants to ask / get out of the way in advance?
Character's a rat.
You got me there.
He's a rat person. Or Yosoki. I think that's how you pronounce it.
Yeah, that is how you pronounce it. I understand. It's weird. Starts with YS. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of a thing. Oh,
Okay.
God. Sorry. I just put everyone on the map, and that is very bright. I see everyone's version of the visions, and Cudrill's is kind of blinding because the entire room just lights up with yellow. It's just everywhere. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, goodness. Anyway.
It's a standard action.
A standard action is what you use to attack. You
Okay.
can also use it to move a second time if you need to. But it's also the action you most often use for spells and the like.
Okay, that's what I thought. So my reload is standard action.
Currently, yeah.
Oh, do you have a large crossbow or a large? You have a musket. Yeah.
I have a musket, yeah.
Yeah. So basically, what you'll do is you'll shoot it one turn, and then the next turn you'll reload it, and then
Reload it.
third turn you'll shoot again.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that does get sped up later on, so you should be fine.
Yeah.
If you have any knowledge of alchemy, you can use craft alchemy to create alchemical cartridges, which increase the reloading speed as well. So it becomes a move action, so you can fire and shoot in the same turn. You aren't very mobile when doing it, but it does give you that option.
That's good.
But alchemical cartridges are alchemical and have a slightly increased chance to explode. So good stuff, don't worry about it. Yeah. Stand action is what you use for most time-consuming actions that isn't moving. With swift actions, if you have any, can be done in addition to... You can only take one swift action a turn, but you can do it in addition to any other action. Immediate actions are swift actions taken outside of your turn, and they consume a swift action from the next round. But it's basically your ability to react to things with special abilities. And then free actions are anything that takes basically no effort, like just talking on its own. You get 6 seconds worth of speech in a turn, otherwise it takes more than a free action. Alright. Anything else off the bat? Alright. If not, I'm gonna run off and grab some water real quick. And get nice and high. Everyone be hydrated for the session, you know? Alrighty. Oh, Dagon's gone.
Oh.
When did that happen?
Literally the second before
Oh,
said something.
okay then. he knew I was coming back out of it away. Okay then. Da, 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 da. Let's see. Oh, almost forgot. Oh, welcome back. Alright, I need to quickly invite myself to my own game. Alrighty.
What the hell? I'm looking at Steam. Steam is having their tabletop fest right now. And the second game on it is Divinity Original Sin 2, which is very much not a tabletop game.
It's made after one, so that's kind of close.
Is it? What game? What tabletop game is it based on?
Oh, it's just, it uses a lot of the same kind of things based on.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like it does. It's basically copied the system and converted it into a video game. But
I mean, Kenshi's on here too, which is definitely not anywhere close to top level.
is Wrath of the Righteous on this list? Because if so, I'm going to be very disappointed that I spent money already.
I see Baldur's Gate 3 for some reason.
It's not on sale, so
Oh yeah, it's not. Even though
Yeah,
it's
back.
in the list of sales.
What?
Are you talking about the new Steam RPG thing?
Yeah. But it's Tabletop Fest RPG.
Yeah.
So it's weird that most of these are not tabletop games. They are RPG games.
Yeah.
pretty far down the list, and I'm not seeing that. So
Ah, it's a shame. I mean, I did enjoy Wrath of the Righteous. I thought it was a fun game. Well, I mean, I'm still playing through it, so I think it's a fun game as is.
That's the latest Pathfinder one?
Yeah, it is. It came
Yeah.
out like maybe a month ago or something like that.
I've
It.
beaten it once. And
Oh, you have?
Do it again. I was in a Zada.
Yeah, chaotic good all the way, man.
Yeah.
They definitely changed up how alignments play out in Wrath of the Righteous, because in the past, lawful good was very the goodest good, and this one's gone more what people traditionally think of lawful good as, like not stick in the mud necessarily, but a lot more strict in their belief system,
Yeah.
which I wouldn't consider a bad thing personally.
Yeah, I was like, which one to pick? And I saw this thing that like had like a little meme picture for each of the things. And it was Zada. It was like beating the forces of the abyss through rainbows and friendship.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
That sounds good to me. And you get a dragon, so yeah, that's good.
I wouldn't turn that down. Dragons are pretty cool, you know?
Mhm.
Also, yeah, I haven't seen it, but I heard there is like Gold Dragon as like an option.
Yeah, there's a few of the paths that you can only get like at the start of the last chapter, and Gold Dragon is one.
Why?
To be fair, it's the stuff you get from it is bonkers.
Okay then. I was gonna say because otherwise it's just like it's like a weird decision. Do you have to retrain to make proper use of it, or?
So the couple of mythic paths that I don't want to spoil the game, but at some point in the game, you choose like one of those special mythic paths, or you keep the one that you have.
Oh,
Pathfinder,
okay.
Rise of the Righteous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a great game. I played up to right after you choose your final mythic path.
Yeah.
I didn't catch up. The problem is
The ones
it
on the
takes
website-
so long.
The Dragon, the Swarm, and the Legend.
Ah, okay.
Those are the ones you have to wait.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah.
also a secret one.
Ooh.
I thought Legend was the sea.
No, it is not.
See, you're even learning. Alright, that's that one. Is it displaying it? I think it is. Cool. I have to do some kind of really weird setup because because I stream this on Twitch and everything and whatnot in order to attempt to make it so I keep my own GM rules hidden. So ignore the additional additional person in the chat.
Okay.
Sorry, in Roll20, not in the chat.
So annoying.
Also, I was amazed. Has everyone here seen JonTron in general? Just like as a general thing?
Vaguely.
Yes.
Because the image taken from that is from Flex Tape. It's a very stupid meme, but it's a brilliant one. That's where that image came from. Don't worry about it. I was just surprised that some of my age hadn't heard of JonTron, because it's like... It's not that he's like the biggest YouTuber ever, it's just that he's got a lot of... Clout might be the right word, I don't really know. Something along those lines. Funny man does funny things. Alrighty. Eleanor is still not online, so I think we're gonna go ahead and start with Alpin. Tragic as it may be, I feel bad, but Egg has already been waiting for what, 2.5 months now?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Honestly, I forgot that I was waiting.
Oh
This
boy!
campaign sounds great, and I signed up, and then I talked to you, and then we kind of just didn't talk for like a month or something.
Yeah, then we got one more person, then everyone starts filing in like the last second. It's like, god damn it.
Well, it's funny too because the other I ended up signing up at around the same time for a different game with a group out of New Zealand, and so I thought that was this group at first, and I got it all mixed up, and then I kind of figured it out, but it was just funny that signed up for 2 groups at the same time.
That is really strange. Because like we're gonna be almost the same time zone.
Yeah.
That's so weird. Alrighty. Well. If everybody is ready, I suppose we can begin.
Onward.
Ethan, Jacob, you guys ready to start?
Yes.
Cool. Alrighty. So, who feels like rolling me A D3.
Okay.
Alrighty, congratulations. You chose yourself.
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
Got me excited. I thought Eleanor had joined.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's just the bot that I use for music. Unfortunately, all the good bots have died, and so we are forced to use this one.
Probot, you're terrible, but you're doing your job. So
It's doing its best. Okay, it is trying, and that's what we appreciate it for. All right. So, Sigvard, you don't remember too much. You blearily open your eyes and can see nothing but darkness around you. You vaguely recall being captured, beaten, and suffering at the hands of some green and grey-skinned creatures. You remember being taken away, moving from cart to cart in the back of these barred wagons. You spent a great deal of time travelling against your will. And now you come to opening your eyes, feeling a bit of hay behind your head and seeing nothing but darkness around you. You hear voices, people quietly talking amongst one another, and you think you hear distant screams of pain. But you feel at least mostly fine.
okay. Well, I can't see, so I'm gonna, I guess, tap around, get like the rough size of the room I'm in.
You begin tapping around on the ground. Immediately your hand comes into contact with what you think is metal on the floor below you. It feels a bit wet and slimy, and certainly does not smell anything close to pleasant. But feeling around, you notice there's some kind of bit of hay behind you, something soft-ish, and bars ahead of you. There's also people. Don't seem to have woken up at your gentle prodding. But you're fairly certain you could wake someone up with something a bit more forceful.
Alright. I guess I'll wake up the nearest person,
Alrighty.
take him away.
Roll a D2 for me. Alrighty. The person you begin touching is, well, covered in little more than rags and what seems to be fur. It's very coarse and matted. You can definitely feel some kind of furry creature, which you manage to shake to wakefulness. Rusty, you remember escaping yourself once again, almost claiming that little bit of... Oh, he's talking. Alright, I'll start again. Alright, Rusty. You good?
Yeah.
Yeah, oh good, man. The last thing you remember is coming so close to freedom. Just barely grasping it before it slipped away. You remember your friend, who you thought was your friend, in a distant place, laughing over you, being paid out as hobgoblins captured you once more. You've enjoyed a life of this. But as you begin to wake and see the barbaric-looking man over top of you, perhaps a prisoner here for some time, you don't really recognize this place. This definitely doesn't feel like any normal slave camp, nor any normal prison that you've endured before. This looks like the place where souls go to suffer and wilt.
Rusty turns to this barbarish looking man and says,
Hey, who are you?
Do we speak same languages?
That is a good question. What language are you speaking this in, Rusty?
Goblin, as it's the language of this area.
It is indeed.
I actually do know Goblin. I know Skeletal, Giant, Abyssal, and Goblin.
There you go.
Okay, so you're speaking. I'm like, okay. What? Where are we? Do you know?
I have no idea.
Rusty turns to the
Oh, you cut out. Is it me or Rusty that died?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on. I'm just gonna do this in here. Okay, all good. We'll try that again. Yeah, you're all good now. You died right after you started.
It was the opposite, where I could hear you guys, but I guess you guys couldn't hear me.
Yeah, I don't know,
This
man.
sucks. Rusty shakes the other person away to see if they have any other information about it, and looks. Is he restrained in any way?
None of you seem to be restrained at the moment, though you are clearly in a cell of some variety. I will move you to the appropriate map.
I can't wait to see this black screen.
Yeah, it's just a black screen for you. I am so sorry about this.
It's all good.
There is the dimmest of lights that you can see over in the corner. It looks to be a table of some variety, lightly illuminated by a candle. It seems fancy. You're not really sure what's going on there. And Rusty, you can see there are two people in this cell with you that are currently not moving. A very matronly looking human woman who's quietly slumbering atop the hay, and another man of golden hair and a slight sheen to his skin, as if it was almost made of metal. The man looks significantly more suited to battle than the woman. Alright.
Am I on a different map layer? Everyone else is faded. Or is that just part of the dark vision or something?
I believe it's part of the dark vision. You should have basically everything in an annoying gold color.
Yeah, but it just looks like when you're seeing other people on different map layers, it's sort of like half transparent or so.
Yeah, I get ya. Not too sure about that.
It's fine. I don't mind.
However, I'm actually just gonna do something real quick. And that. And that. Alright, that might help a little bit. Wait, why can't I see him there? Oh, because he doesn't have vision. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, whoops. There we go.
What's going on?
I'm just making sure that I have everybody's relevant vision. And I believe I do now. But it doesn't show everyone as coming up as in the golden car that I was anticipating. But that's fine.
Mine looks gold. Oh.
Okay, that's all good. It just mustn't work on the default for joining as a player. It's fine. It just means I can't witness everything in the glorious of the yellow that you endure constantly. Oh, there we go. I moved you in now. That fixed everything for some reason. Alrighty. Ethan, you there?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I believe you were waking up the man that looks to be some kind of warrior. But after that, you just kind of just cut out entirely.
Yeah, I was just going over to ask. To wake him up.
Oh, good.
Just try to nudge him awake. My feet.
I kind of like shake awake and look around, surprised for a second, and then kind of just be like, "Oh, right," and sort of like sigh.
Well, who are you? At this point, it should be obvious to y'all that I can't actually see. I'm just leaning against the wall, sitting down, vaguely glancing in directions.
Swing his head around in various directions where he thinks the voices are coming from, but clearly unable to identify anything else.
Now, what language are you speaking?
I'm still speaking Goblin, just because.
Goblin. Sorry, what was the question again?
I was just wondering who you were, because I heard a new voice.
Kudrel Riven. I'm a member of the Darkisu. Would it be like a military?
Crusaders is like the official
Crusaders,
title, yeah.
I'm a Darkisu Crusader.
My name is Sigvad.
Sigva?
Sigvad. Sigvat.
Well met, Sigvad.
Indeed. So, do you know where we are?
I do not. Or do I? Do I? I'm assuming I don't.
You don't really know exactly where you are, but just by looking around and knowing the kind of battles you fought in the past, this is definitely some kind of hobgoblin prison. You can see a few of them off in the distance.
I'll relay that. We're definitely in some form of prison in the, what would I call it? The Hob Empire?
Yeah.
So we're definitely in some kind of prison within the Hob Empire.
Perfect. Explain why I can't.
Go ahead.
I say explained why I can't see anything.
Would I have any? Well, I guess a cantrip. So I'll just cast light. What are they gonna do about it?
Yeah. They don't do it. Does it have material components? I assume it doesn't.
No.
Alright, what's
Oh,
that?
I guess it does.
Oh, does it? What's it require?
Well, what's DF? I actually don't even remember.
Divine focus.
Oh yeah. So material or divine focus.
What's the material?
A firefly.
Okay. Unfortunately, you
Which
have
I would
neither
not
your
have
holy
on
symbol nor a firefly on you right now. You would normally be able to, but unfortunately cannot in this circumstance. Unless it's a spell-like ability, in which case you totally can.
No.
No.
I could light a weapon on fire. That wouldn't really help either, though.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
You good, man?
Okay.
Yes. You just got a very brief introduction saying that you guys were probably in a hobgoblin prison.
See that?
So, what now?
Rusty starts looking around to see if there's any just ways he could get out of here.
Is there a third person in here?
There is.
Is that is that Eleanor?
That's a good question. There's just someone that's passed out on top of the hay bale at the moment, which looks to be the only source of, well, bedding in this place. If this is a prison, it is incredibly sparse. There is nothing but stone floor, a drain of some variety, and bedding. It's, looks like a pretty sight.
Well, I guess I'll wake the other.
Oh, good. While you do that, Russ, you're looking for a way to escape out of here, but it seems like the bars here are very close together and impractical for you to try and squeeze through like other places you might have been able to do so. You suppose this place has held regular goblins before, and they're small enough to try and squeeze through such tight spaces. One thing you can see is what looks to be the dregs of water in a trough just off to your right over here. You can see a large statue. On it seems to have some kind of writing. You can attempt to read it if you'd like in the darkness.
Do I see that as well?
Oh yes, you can both see that.
Yeah, I'd go take a look.
In Goblin, it reads, "Praise be to our infernal lord, if you wish to drink." Anyone who wants to can give me a knowledge geography or knowledge local check.
Do not have those.
I don't. I have geography.
Geography applies. If you are trained in the skill, you can go give it a roll. Alrighty. You know, it's a good thing that ones don't fail. Not on skill checks at the very minimum. What you recognize from that is it's probably trying to get you to recite a prayer of Tyranny's Shackles, the deity most hobgoblins worship. It seems like it wants you know this is like a somewhat common technique they use in their prisons in order for people to receive food or water. You must first offer your reverence to the divine which they worship.
I see.
This is something you've
Re-
probably understood before.
I'll relay this information. Apparently, we have to pray to the god to receive things like food and other amenities.
I can create water. That doesn't have a material component.
That's half of our problem solved.
Alright. Now, Kodra, you begin to shake the woman, but she seems in a very deep sleep and is unwaking for the time being.
Her brain is AFK. That's weird.
Yeah, it's crazy. For reference, it's not Eleanor. just a hot tip. Yes. Don't worry.
Does she seem injured?
No, actually, she seems completely fine, just like the lot of you. Any wounds you have are kind of superfluous at this point. Maybe a bit of minor scarring from the natural healing over time, but no. You haven't suffered any kind of wounds just yet. Though, looking out upon this dungeon before you, you are certain that may change quite soon. May not last for all too long. Alrighty. Ethan, you with us? You're currently muted at the moment, for what it's worth. Alright. If there's anything you guys want to discuss real quick, while we just let Ethan potentially survive and find out whatever's going on here.
So we're looking around. So there's a bunch of hobgoblins. Is that right? I can kind of see.
Yeah. So
some people. This person looks different.
Oh, good.
And also, you said there's like a fancy table, despite the fact that everything else looks a little run down.
Oh, things look sort of run down in here, but more so intentionally. This over here looks to be a very fancy table with a few surprisingly well-maintained chairs. Meanwhile, over here you have someone who has clearly been tortured, flayed alive in some kind of terrible manner. In the middle of the room we have a pair of tables with spikes on them and restraints to hold people in place. Down the bottom you can see there is indeed other prisoners just kind of sitting in their cells, restrained to the back of them and trapped as they are. And there are also hobgoblins nearby, silently keeping watch over the doors and each of you in turn.
Would I be able to look around the hobgoblins and try to see what ranks they are?
Yeah, sure. Give me a perception check to try and spot them in the darkness of this cell. All right, very good.
Yeah.
So, looking around, you can see the symbols that each of them wear. While these hobgoblins don't wear much in the way of armor, they do clearly have their insignia on them. Most of the guards around you seem to be nothing more than simple gavs, but the one off on the left is a gav second layer, which is not particularly impressive, but indicates they're at least something more of a fighter than the rest of this lot.
They're a McGav, or are they just
regular Gav.
okay?
But
Rusty shares this knowledge with the others.
Kodril, you have some vague understanding of the hobgoblin hierarchy as it is. They're a militaristic nation by and large. They strictly follow military ranking in all levels of their society. Gav is the rank given to your typical soldiers and whatnot. From here they advance in different levels with Margav and Barbazu as higher ranked soldiers and those in some form of leadership position. Primarily...
Rusty assumes that you know this just because he doesn't really talk to anybody ever that doesn't know this.
Yeah. This is common knowledge in the Hob Empire as a society.
Yeah.
What was the middle one?
Margav is known as like a lesser leadership position. Barbazu is the rank of elite soldiers. And Gav is the typical rank that most soldiers will have. If you'd like, you can give me a knowledge religion or knowledge planes check. What you remember about all of these ranks is that, yes, indeed, the hobgoblins structure their own military ranks based on hell itself. Gav are simple devil kind, and it makes sense that they're the lower rank soldiers of their unit. Margav are their leaders, and Barbazu are greater devils, but not strong devils in comparison to many of their kind. You know that that's roughly how they relate each other to themselves. But yes, Rusty has informed you that most of them are Gavs.
Any of you guys have anything with you that could help us get out of this situation?
It's a good question. Do we have any equipment on us? I'm assuming not, but...
Unfortunately, no. You seem to be stripped bare of basically everything. Everything you've had has been taken from you. Even that which might have been seemingly worthless, as memorabilia or the like, been taken away. All that you have with you are some simple rags.
Got some cloth.
That will certainly help.
How many of them are out there?
Outside the cell, you can see at least 4.
Okay.
And looking at the statue and the prayer thing, I didn't hear most of that because I was having issues.
Sorry about that.
No, but does he know anything about these specifically?
Yes. So Rusty would know that it is common practice in order to basically indoctrinate people into worshipping the same deities as the hobgoblins. They will create statues that have some kind of magic within them that can call forth water and sometimes food for those who pray before them. It seems like this is being used here as well. The basin beneath it shows that it's most likely a statue that can create water for you.
Rusty calls out to the hobgoblins. Hey, guys. You guys, what do you want with us?
One of them walks on over. Don't you worry about that. Soon, the Hamatula will be here with you, and you'll be learning all kinds of new things about where you are. I'll be keen to watch.
Does Rusty recognize the name Hamatula?
Yes.
Or the title?
You recognize Hamatula as a high-ranking position within the Hobgoblin Society. It isn't the highest rank, but it is quite high up within their numbers.
So it's like an Inquisitor? That one? Or...
You're not too sure, but you know it's something around that kind of level.
Okay. You two both see that after hearing Hamatula, Rusty is visibly shaken and starts to get a little bit antsy, looking around for ways to get out.
So, any ideas? Like, not much use without source of light, so I could try and break something, I suppose.
He goes over and tries to wake the woman up again. Or if I...
Alrighty. You head over to the woman, and you're about to start shaking her, and you can hear something coming nearby. You can see someone chatting with the hobgoblins over down the south there. Hear the clinking of metal together. Oh, no, don't worry, it's okay. I'm just here for the regular shipment. The little gate over here opens up, and you can see hobgoblins sneering at the man that walks through. Let me just find his thing. Start with this. Alright, that's not the wrong, but it's fine. A rotund-looking hobgoblin walks towards you. In his hands is a large pot with a ladle sticking out the side of it. He seems unfazed as the people nearby him give him horrid stares. He wanders over and... Sigvar, while you may not be able to see this, Cudgel and Rusty, you can see this man has this kind of jovial smile on his face. New ones, huh? Well, if you don't mind, I've got some soup for you if you like. Rusty, you can give me a perception check if you'd like.
Good.
Alrighty. You can see in the dark that this man is ranked kind of unusually for a hobgoblin. He's ranked as a lemure. Or effectively, the rank only given to hobgoblins as a punishment. Even the least of their kind is normally higher than this.
takes the soup.
Yeah, he grabs out a bowl and fills it with soup and then hands it through the bars.
What did you do to wind up Lemur? Lemur?
Lemur. Take it, Hick.
Lemur. What did you do to wind up Lemur?
Oh, I'm just the chef around here. You know, I work in the mess hall. And, well, it's not a military position. And if you spill any soup down the drain, they don't get too happy about that. Sorry if it's
Couldn't
a bit
cut
cold.
it as a soldier, could you?
The soldier's life's not for me. I don't need to go ahead and swing a sword. I think soup's a nice thing to do. Sorry if it's a bit cold. It's, you know, they don't let me give you any fresh stuff in here. It's all just the leftovers. Well, please.
He's already eating it.
Yeah. It's kind of decent, actually. Like, it's not bad. It's cold, definitely, but it's not bad soup. Seems like he has some level of skill at cooking, if he made it. And what about you lot? How'd you get in here? And he holds out another bowl of soup for Sigvart.
Rusty grabs it and hands it to Sigvard.
Yeah.
Because
I wouldn't know that he's holding out. 'Cause I can't see.
Fair enough,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm just going to say Rusty makes sure he has it in his hands. Knows what it is.
So you asked how we got in here. The same way anyone would get into a prison.
Oh, I guess that makes sense.
I was caught trying to hop the border.
I merely allowed myself to be captured alive.
Well, I'd say have a pleasant stay at Fort Chocks, but no one ever does, so I hope this can...
You seem to be.
You gotta make what you've got with what you've got. That's what Mama always used to say. Well,
Poetic.
Rusty comes over and tries to see if he's being sincere or not. If he seems like somebody you could ask some not so loyal questions to.
give me a sense motive check.
Where is that?
Should be one of your skills.
Yeah, it's one of the skills.
It's towards the bottom.
Oh, I see. Thanks.
You look over at this man. There definitely seems to be some kind of melancholy in his voice. He's clearly hiding what seems to be a lot of mixed feelings about whatever is happening here.
Well, Rusty comes over close to the bars and whispers to him. You know any way we could get out? You know, for a fellow slave? And shows his Nooper scar.
He looks over at the branding. It's like, oh, you did try and get across the border before it all, huh? Well, I mean, it takes something real special to get out of here. I wouldn't try and go through the drains if I were you. They've, you know, the sewer system here is actually pretty good. They have these things down there that go ahead and eat everything that drops down. They'll probably eat people too, though, so don't go that way. I'd help you out if I could, but I don't know any way how. I'm quite sorry. Though I guess you're pretty close to Ublé. That's just off over that way. It's normally where the bigwigs make their entrance. The regular ones all the way down south, and you aren't gonna get through that kind of gauntlet. Sorry, little buddy. Good luck here, okay?
Rusty says, thank you. Definitely remember this. I'll write it down. And he reaches for what would seem to be like a small journal-like thing that usually is on his waist.
But it's
Or he seems
unfortunately
like-
not there.
Yeah, he seems like he forgot that he doesn't have any of the stuff.
Yeah. You can hand this one over to the man in the back. I know they won't like me. It's pretty normal, don't worry. Alright.
One last thing.
Oh?
What's your name?
Oh! I'm Slaz.
Slaz?
Slaz. S-L-A-S-Z.
Zed.
Oh, you want me to say Z? What is this?
No, it's fine. I'm pretty close to Canada. They say Zed too, so.
Fair enough. I don't care either way, honestly.
I just thought it was funny.
Although I will die when I have to type in armor without a U every time. Alright. He begins to make his exit, and in the distance you can hear the sound of slamming gates, portcullis opening and shutting, and a man of clearly higher station walks forward